All right. So, looks like we're going to be diving into the wild world of dating today.
Yeah.
You guys sent us a ton of
It
questions,
seems like it.
a ton of different styles you want to know about,
Mm.
which means you're ready to crack the code of this crazy dating scene.
That's right.
So, we're going to be doing a deep dive into this article from Very Well Mine
Okay.
called 12 Types of Dating and How They Work.
All
Ready, because
Yeah.
there's a lot more to this than just,
Oh, yeah.
swiping left or right these days.
Absolutely.
It's a whole
Yeah, it really is a whole new world.
It's a whole landscape.
What I think is fascinating is how much dating has really evolved.
Yeah.
And it really does reflect our changing lifestyles and values. I mean, we're not bound by the old school rules anymore, are we?
Not at all.
No.
So let's break down these 12 types.
Let's do it.
Maybe, help some people listening
Absolutely.
discover their perfect match along the way.
Yeah.
No pressure, of course.
Right. Well, we'll start off with...
Yeah, let's start with that spectrum, of casual dating versus long-term dating.
That's right.
One is all about, fun and keeping it light. The other
Yeah.
one's about finding the one.
Exactly. And the article stresses how important it is to,
Yeah.
be on the same page, especially when it comes to casual dating.
Yeah.
Because think about it. You dive into something casual thinking it's light and breezy,
Right.
and then all of a sudden the other person is
Picking out China patterns.
picking out China patterns.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, wait a second.
Yeah,
What's going on here?
that's a little bit of a mismatch.
That is a mismatch.
Yeah.
So that can really lead to some heartache down the road.
Totally.
So making sure you're communicating those expectations from the get-go.
Yeah, nobody wants to be in a situationship,
Oh,
which
What is that?
is that undefined, in-between space that often leads to drama.
Oh, yeah.
We've all been there,
Absolutely.
haven't we? Yeah. At some point.
For sure.
The article also touches on friends with benefits.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I think that takeaway there is similar.
Oh.
Setting boundaries is essential if
Yeah.
you want to protect the friendship.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
that all boils down to knowing what you want and being upfront about it.
Yeah.
Which really is,
Communication is key.
it is.
Across the board.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Good advice for any type of relationship.
Boo. Okay.
You ready to see how technology is shaking things up?
Yes. Let's talk about online dating,
Right.
where apparently over 200 million people worldwide
Wow.
are using dating apps.
That's a lot of people.
That is a massive pool
It is.
of potential connections,
Yeah, for sure.
I actually tried a dating app a while back.
Oh, really?
And
How did that go?
let's just say it involved an unfortunate incident with a cat filter and a virtual date gone wrong.
Okay.
But hey, live and learn.
Live and learn.
Yeah.
I've got to hear that story later.
Yeah.
But you bring up a good point. With so many people on these apps,
Yeah.
the article really emphasizes safety.
Yeah.
Video chatting to verify someone's identity.
Yeah.
Meeting in public places for those first few dates.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Those are really important must-dos.
Really good reminders.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Now let's step back in time a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. And talk about speed dating.
Right.
That whirlwind of mini dates where you have just minutes to make an impression.
Yeah.
It's like dating on fast forward.
Talk about efficiency.
Right.
Mhm.
What do you think that says about a person you know?
I don't know.
What do they showcase in those couple of minutes?
I know their wit,
Right.
their charm,
Yeah.
maybe their awkwardness.
It's true. You're really putting a spotlight on those first impressions and
Yeah.
how we present ourselves when we're,
Yeah.
when the clock is ticking. When the clock is ticking.
So what about those blind dates?
Yes.
Or those setups orchestrated by well-meaning friends?
Yes.
I mean, in both cases, you're really putting a lot of faith in someone else's matchmaking skills.
You're trusting their judgment, hoping that they've picked someone you're actually going to click with.
That's right.
So you're trusting them.
It's trust
Yeah.
that's involved there.
And that trust factor becomes even more crucial when we're talking about long-distance dating.
Yeah.
This one takes serious commitment.
Yeah.
And the article really highlights communication as that bridge,
Yeah.
that keeps those relationships strong.
It makes sense. They say absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Right.
But you need that
Hopefully
communication.
make sure it doesn't wander too far.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
So this one piques my interest.
Okay.
Group dating.
Right.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
And low pressure.
Yeah. Less pressure, more fun.
What do you think?
Yeah. I think it's a fantastic way to observe a potential partner in a more relaxed
Yeah.
social setting.
Yeah.
How do they interact with others? How do they handle group dynamics? What are their social skills?
Right.
It can be very revealing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about dating where distance is a factor, whether it's, intentionally long distance or just navigating those group dynamics. But get ready because we're about to dive into a topic that's getting more and more attention these days.
Yeah, this is where things get really interesting.
Ethical non-monogamy, or ENM.
Right.
The article breaks down, all kinds of forms of this, like open relationships, polyamory.
Right.
Even throuples.
It's like the traditional one and only model is being challenged.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way.
Yeah.
Is this like a sign of societal evolution or just a passing trend? What do you think?
Well, it's a complex question for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to remember that the key word here is ethical. ENM is all about transparency, dissent, clearly defined boundaries.
Okay.
We're not talking about sneaking around behind someone's back.
Right.
It's about open communication and everyone being on the same page.
Got it. So how common is this these days? Is it still considered fringe or is it becoming more mainstream?
Well, the article mentions that over 5% of North Americans
are
currently in ENM relationships.
That's a significant number.
It is.
Yeah.
And what's even more interesting is that studies show ENM relationships report similar levels of happiness and satisfaction compared to monogamous couples.
Wow, that's surprising. I would think there would be more societal stigma, and pressure associated with that would lead to maybe lower relationship satisfaction.
Yeah, it's probably a combination of factors.
Yeah.
For one, E&M requires a high degree of communication and emotional maturity, which can actually strengthen relationships.
Okay.
And then also, the freedom to explore different connections can lead to personal growth and a deeper understanding of one's own needs and desires.
It's an interesting perspective. It seems like E&M, when done ethically and with clear communication, can be a pathway to fulfilling relationships.
Absolutely.
It really challenges our preconceived notions about what a successful relationship should look like.
It really does, and it speaks to the diversity of human connection and how our definitions of love and partnership are constantly evolving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you mentioned earlier that you were, particularly interested in exploring, options that could lead to a committed partnership.
Yeah.
So let's shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
And delve into a dating style that might resonate with you.
Okay.
Have you ever considered exclusive dating?
Exclusive dating, I've heard the term, but I'm not entirely sure what it entails.
Okay.
It sounds like it's a step towards commitment, but how is it different from just dating?
That's a great question. Exclusive dating is essentially the bridge between casual dating and a defined relationship. It's that sweet spot where you're dating only each other, no one else.
Okay.
And the focus is on really getting to know each other on a deeper level to see if there's potential for a long-term committed partnership.
Okay, so it's like a trial run for a serious relationship, but with the understanding that you're both solely focused on each other.
Exactly. It's a chance to assess compatibility, see if your values align, and determine if you can envision a future together without the distractions of dating other people.
That makes a lot of sense. It sounds like a great way to build a strong foundation for a relationship.
Right.
But does that mean things have to move at a slower pace? Is there still room for excitement and spontaneity in exclusive dating?
That's a good question. I think sometimes people associate exclusivity with hitting the brakes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be that way. Right?
No, not at all. It's more about focusing that energy and excitement on one person.
Yeah.
Instead of spreading it out among multiple people.
Okay.
You can really hone in on that one connection, right? And create a space where it can actually grow into something strong.
Directly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So exclusivity also means monogamy, right?
Yeah.
No side adventures while you're figuring things out.
That's right. If you've both agreed to be exclusive, it's about honoring that commitment.
Yeah.
Building trust and showing respect for the relationship.
Right.
So, yeah, no romantic or sexual entanglements with other people during this phase.
Okay, well, I think we've explored a whole spectrum today.
We have.
From the, carefree flings to those intentional steps towards commitment.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much the dating landscape has changed.
It really is.
And it seems like there's truly something for everyone out there.
Yeah.
It's like a choose your own adventure when it comes to finding love and connection.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
And that's really the key takeaway here, isn't it? There's no one-size-fits-all approach to dating. It's about figuring out what you value, what feels right for you.
and being open to exploring those possibilities.
Yeah.
And remember, like the Very Well Mind article emphasizes,
Yes.
be kind to yourself throughout the process.
Yes.
Dating can be a journey with its ups and downs,
For sure.
but it's also a chance to learn and grow and discover more about yourself along the way.
Absolutely. So as you navigate this modern dating landscape,
Right.
here's something to think about.
Okay.
We covered 12 distinct types of dating,
Mhm.
but who knows what the future holds? What new forms of connection might emerge?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
Maybe you will be the one to pioneer the next big thing in love.
Now that's an exciting thought.
Right.
Who knows what creative and fulfilling ways people will find to connect in the years to come.
I, for one, can't wait to find out. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of dating. We hope you've gained some insights and feel empowered to create the dating experience that aligns with your values and desires. Until next time.